I'm in Prima.
That's all. So kind of Ghana for me chiam boko there.
Boko center for
There must say center for any din cry. Very light. It's so easy to wear enter for.
Yeah.
They want to for when enter for nyam na ye dey. Na ne word there.
You word there.
Very easy. A one is simple, but nyam na ye problem. So be nyam enter for no na asem no wo. Two akanisem. Two akanisem. Two akanisem. Ya ni motu yompo ni ehwe wo Facebook. Ati aga ni wasi aba. Now, at this topic, I've treated it before. Before you marry, check the birth order of the man or the woman.
Birth order?
Yes, it's very important. Now, in common, and I name say, and Nabia or no,
yeah,
and quality or what your pen has some more marker. So every position of the man you marry or every position of the woman you marry has an impact on the relationship. And usually you'll be a firstborn, every firstborn takes the pattern of the marriage. So if you want to see how marriages are, look at the firstborns. Now, when children come as a result of the marriage, their life is different. If they are sought after, their life is different. If they didn't know they were coming, their life is different. We see, because you ever say, "My name Frima, my name Nitina me worry now." The child is the reason for the marriage. So I made a statement that if you allow a man to marry because you are pregnant, your happiness is dependent on regular pregnancy.
Oh, nice! It's only pregnancy that can keep
because you have not my taste.
Yeah, I won't be now, but irresponsible.
There are girls that will always want them around us, but they have shown us signs that becoming a wife will be a burden to them by their utterances. Do you know what I'm saying? Good. Because Obia Pasungi, Nyami Omo ni wiase, I say, there is no way that God will ever speak to other planket while the driver is there. No matter what happens. And when you meet the young girls, they are talking to you, they talk to you as if you should understand them, but not they understanding you. Are you aware that between a husband and a wife, your husband can play with you,
but you can't play with your husband
because you are your husband's playmate, but your husband is not your playmate.
Hey,
I'm telling you. If you catch it, anytime you are able to play with your husband, then you are no more a wife, you are a woman.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Many
who could make you a diagon? I don't mean Yago.
Many paradixing.
I tell father between you, because who do you father with Yago?
Father between the agron be brave, did not cancel me. There are things that I will never say. I will never say, because Father Dixon can play with me. I am his playmate, but he's not my playmate. So what I'm gonna say. Yeah. So the fact that I'm going out with Frema, I'm in a relation with Frema. I am married. Yes, I know I am married, and Frema knows I am married. My wife is sitting here somewhere, and I've decided to have a relationship with her. Extramarital relationship, whether it is wrong, whether it is right, it doesn't change her position to disrespect me, but it is common. Then we are gonna go for when I can't be chairman and Gasama Fanasa, TMA. Bama why on the area or you know, or who kinds or can't send each other, who new kinds or repeat each other. Hey, yes. No,
but why? Okay, what about relationship, marriage? Before I'm worried, like, I mean, you guys were very close. You together, you eat together, you then you play together, you do all that. And also,
immediately you become a wife, you should learn the attributes of a wife. Mind you, cooking, washing, having sex, cleaning. These things don't make you a wife. Oh. Look for what makes you a wife. And there are most of you who are in marriage, but you just become a woman so you achieve what you want. Hear me. A wife is never interested in the husband's property. It's a woman who is interested in the husband's property.
The wife, which is good.
A wife is interested in serving and the welfare of the marriage. But it is a woman.
For nothing.
You see, that's you.
No, I'm asking
you ask yourself for nothing. Call all women and ask them. How many of them, then when you are even when you buy them a car, when you build them a house, but buy them a car every year. Let their birthday be celebrated in Dubai. They will still tell you, and the most beautiful thing on earth is that when we become husbands, in our act of love, we don't take care of ourselves. No husband takes it, not even me.
Hey.
The investment I do in others, if I do same in my life, I'll be more appreciated than how I am today. Hey. I am to say it.
Hey.
I'm telling you, men are not taking care of themselves. And
So?
in our quest to even take care of you, you are still not sufficiently appreciative because you have a particular vote that you have created in relationship that until we feel it, we've not done anything for you. You have a car registered in your name, you're working Empress Moe from your husband. Yeah, can now wait that in 2021, you're Toma Nipa. Yes. Who's your bar chef force top 10 Ghana cities, skirts, 15 Ghana cities. Who do go my 25? And also, I don't want to go out with a cheap man.
Stop checking the financial
statement. Top near first top 10 cities. Mammy, top near 10. Down near 15, near 25. And to share, could be 100. Or you're richer than you.
Because I'm on one minute for what they are, man. Mammy, that's what I'm going to be checking as a financial.
Mammy, and I make us a man in she said, there is nothing you can do that I won't be satisfied. Or Baba Knashe Nahiana Mammy, 1,000 Ghana a week. But for more than 1,000 Ghana a week. I'm telling you. I am telling you that, look, men are doing a lot, but they can never be appreciated. So I'm saying that the things that we have to consider before we marry, age is very important. When you marry a man who is the firstborn and the only graduate and the only light in the family, know that you have brought something good home. However, it is a public thing that must be shared. The same way you marry a woman who is the firstborn and the only educated in the limelight, get you me. Get you me.
Your in-laws will always be in the.
It is their right to seek permission from their sister before anything is done. So he has a brother like Nanaya, and he comes shaved, neat, but is coming to the sister for alms. Never take it for granted to disrespect your brother-in-law because he's coming to the big sister.
Really?
Yeah, that is why I made it a policy in my life. When my daughter decides to go to school and my son refuses to go to school, I will kill him to go to school and refuse my daughter. When you develop a son, you are better off than developing a daughter.
Oh, counselor, why?
You will never understand it until the rain stops falling. Because today, on record, the Meteorological Department of Ghana, whatever they said has happened. Edamasio. Abner, I welcome you. This is a welcome statement. Because of what you are saying, there are a lot of people must learn. Are you aware that when you are in a relationship with Frema in Pogwase and in Adenta, she's not interested in this long distance relationship? But Frema will be ready to go out with a guy who's in UK and love the guy in that long distance and deny my own. Because long distance is not about how frequent I visit you, how much money I send to you. 0277 609 604. Muntie the sunsun no catch that song. I say Jimmy and the doors.
Remember the story for the day.
It's a story for the day, and it's just a simple question. Bisa. Say we are bema. What tears are see so a year din komo ya musu tiebia. Abra. When do you forgive your spouse? Is it after divorce or before divorce? Nana kwa mamisu. I say Dorin po wamba mpo no bia mamisu. Mama mamisu amenu mintesu. Mas me yenso. Production team. Mama minso. Muni hwekura se munye nso. Ndi asembesi wa ha. Me yenso. Yeba. This is more kasa. Abotre no menye nti na mo kan de mo kan. Na ka mini abotre anka na baby. Ni hie nsuo. Etiefo ne ahwefo. Ni bi se nsuo nti studio na mate. Eti ebisa say in the act of marriage.
When do you forgive?
Do you forgive your spouse before marriage, or you forgive your spouse after marriage? And I'm saying that because it's just a simple thing that most of us go through. And the story I'm going to read today. When you have an information that is the truth behind the lie of your wife's family, how do you present it?
When you
regarding
your wife.
So the story of the day,
I've lied to you. Hey. Okay.
I didn't do the ritual. Let me do the ritual. The ritual is that I have set a target for myself. Until it happens, I won't stop.
What is that?
That medical Shatta Wale must come and apologize to Father Dixon and Dr. Osekwame Despite. And if nobody should tell me any other time, don't add yourself to the ingredients. Let's cook the stew the way it is, because your ingredients will not give you the taste. Listen to me very carefully. They are not closer to the life that these men have led. And what they did was wrong. And the fact that medical will take a phone and behave as if he's apologizing to Miss G, it is not about Miss G. And mind you, radio production is different from TV production. Anybody sitting as a host has a talk back. So regularly, majority of the questions that they do don't really come from them. It comes from production. So when you disrespect, it's a whole production. And for you to go to the extent of disrespecting Dr. Father Dixon and Dr. Osekwame Despite, it's dangerous. Do you know why? Right. I am a victim of, and I've seen what happened when somebody did same to this man. Are you aware today? We are running a deficit of blood in this country because this man stopped doing bleeding based on one sick guy called Evangelist Adai.
Yeah.
And nobody did anything to bring reality to bear. Not even the blood bank. What did they do? Not even the government. Today, see how we are struggling with blood. Nobody has ever organized a blood donation exercise and has been able to bleed more than 2,000, except this man. His own investment, feeding people to give. And then we sat down. When boys are misbehaving, we see a nation. So I am repeating it to medical. Medical, good life, longevity of life, proper prosperity can be found simple in your apology. No matter who you think you are, wherever you are coming from, I am still reminding you, and it's an agenda I have set. I'm saying it, that medical, you and this shrine boy called Shatta Wale.
I thought he was a baby.
That's all of them. These two boys. Look, Shatta Wale, you should have Shatta Taxi and make 2 million. But I'm telling you that, ask yourself, can you grow to 60 with this type of work and this type of business? We are talking about men who have stand the test. Do you know about being UT Bank? There were girls in those banks. There were boys in those banks who disrespected us who are going in there. Today, where are they? So listen to me. When you have money today, your cry should be, will I be able to sustain what I have when I'm 60? And we are talking about a man whose wealth, riches is speaking from volume from 20 years down the line. He's made it. The first time Osekwame Despite spoke that I heard was when he was 60. That was the first time this man opened his mouth to speak. I'm telling you today, if we give medical the opportunity and he sees Osekwame Despite standing, he can never walk to his nothing. Now we know who are trying to say, tell your husband. Please. Have you had any document show that he was? No, be careful. Don't buy yourself. Be careful. Fella, tell your husband, longevity of life, good health, where he's going, that he wishes to go, including Shatta Wale and the family members. The best is to come and apologize. They shouldn't open the phone and say, oh, Despite. No, they should come to the Despite office. Come and apologize for the Dixon.
As he said he was.
It's not about he's saying it. If we don't help these riffraffs in the system, they will create a lot of mess for us. So I'm repeating it again. The family of Medical, the family of Shatta Wale, go ahead. Thank you for the reminder. Voice on the page.
Hello, Dr. Counselor. My name is Lakman. From Lakeside, Accra.
So what's brofo there? Why didn't they say?
Lackman. I'm 44 years old, married for 12 years to a 40-year-old lovely wife with 3 kids. My wife came in with 1 child who is 12 years now, and we have 2 in addition. A young man that we call her cousin goes to and fro. Hey. A young man that we call her cousin goes to the US to and fro.
Good.
And through the help of my wife, he has made documentation for me to travel to the US in July. I did a DNA test for our children, and one is not mine. I also chanced on a report that has broken me down. My wife's first child and our last child both have the same DNA with the man we call cousin. I have a photocopy of their results now. My pastor says I should forgive my wife and travel, but I'm confused. I don't know what to do because I am hurt. Should I travel or divorce before I forget this warning? Before I forget this warning, my pastor says.
Before I forget, warning, okay. So on your be at the school. If you go to school, so some idea how can one bless her.
Say bro for
Punctuations and
What not bro for?
said what they are fra no meeting.
What?
Before
I forget. That's why I'm really feeling.
Comma. This warning, my pastor says, if I don't forgive her, I will be disciplined in front of the church.
Sorry, no, can you name you? But on top of come on my bro for
Calm
what you say?
All right, sorry. This story is coming from Lackman from Lakeside, Accra.
Okay.
He's 44 years old.
Yes.
And he's been married for 12 years to a 40-year-old woman. She's lovely. And she came into the marriage with 1 child. So both of them also have 2 children, which he thought. Now, there's this man who, through the wife, he met the man. They all call cousin. They call the man the cousin of the wife. This man has been very good to them to the extent that he has been able to acquire documentation for him to travel this July. Now, casually, he decided to have a DNA test, or there was more to it. But when he did a DNA test, he realized that one of the 2 children, the ones that are supposed to be his biological children, one of them is not his. And he also chanced on a report which says that his first child, which is the child that the wife came into the marriage with, bear the same DNA test with the last child, which is the second born of he and his wife. Now, with that report, there's also written that this DNA comes from the cousin that through the wife they met.
how did he get access to the cousin's DNA?
Possibly the wife did it. From the way he says it, he chanced upon it, which means it was in the house and mysteriously he found it. So now, he took a photocopy of both of the results, which is the one showing that one of the children is not his, which now he knows that it is the second child. And he also now knows that the second child and the first child own the same DNA, which belongs to the cousin, who has also made documentation for him to travel this July, which is in 2 months. And he told his pastor. His pastor said, oh, forgive your wife and just travel and come back. But then he says he's hurt. He's probably brokenhearted. He's distraught. And he's saying that, what should he do? If he decides not to forgive his wife and goes on with doing a divorce or something as such, the pastor says that he's going to be disgraced. He's going to be disciplined in front of the church. So now he's asking, what should he do? Should he forgive his wife and carry on as nothing has happened? Which, as of now, the wife doesn't know that the husband knows the truth. Or should he just divorce him and then divorce her, and then move on with his life with one of his children, with his only child?
I mean, I want to bro 43. Won't me an African chile myself, bravo.
I'm not saying a friend like man, now we're 44. Now, maybe 40.
Like one not him.
Or till Lakeside.
Okay.
On Nene or Martina in fear doing, which is 12 years. Now, she and Aaron and Nere at the Baba Kuba Arena.
Bon.
On one. Now, I'm so never know anywhere for years.
Baby,
I don't buy. I'm alright 12 years, and then in the banner abanomano and swing at 12 years into or 1 year now on it.
I was also not a fin of fresh. And now, you know, most I won't look out. Now, you really what cousin be at it. Will be a friend of a cousin. After any cousin, you good, I must say. The cousin is you about 1 year, no, about one no bema, ama, Papa Gucci. Now, I'm going to inquire any moon or so anyone checking in
one number of July,
yeah. It's known also checking DNA and son of. On power, who say, Uncrammy, no back up an any dear. Dear, never worry, as in come, you know, not in now back up an any dear. And I was saying, who say, dear, there ain't never worry, as no name, Baba, no papa, eh, Nipa come see a sad Nipa, a friend, a cousin. I ordered about a carbuch, and I'm crying India. Now, of course, I send channels open for say one fancy. One fancy, I will not say I was with them. It will be such a 1 year.
So, what's your take on the story?
Yeah,
Then, any day.
The better of trying to say, said ye, Nakumatian. Boko, what then I saw the when your documentation, I ding.
Okay.
Neja Warren. Say when you say we have a book was here. Into crowns, so that's over Java and also about no soon. We said, who would I Java do not so soon about?
I want to be there.
I saw no Besuli part. So no one goes with down as Sudan, or from my understanding, cancer and all the correct information. But senior city and say, Yapa, and I had trim your friends or don't fuck what don't answer. As say your kumfo. So they say when you have a person, Joe person, I went to the and ya the bonnie, the papa. Caught now could drew ya boko, right there. What Joba. So who could look up, could look and I sign 2 months after I could drew you. No one knew. No, about one someone so
prophecy.
Oh, said
about
premature, about Colan 10 years. Next, no. What was okay? Didn't go 2 months and now. Uncle 2 quino. They say in focus on and also say when you're a Ukrainian woman, hinter sound the energy be swatch to 2 quino. Now, bo homo denia, we will be an. We need now not the bob bounce or the bed, the big jay our dear.
But the CIA can suffer on him.
I suffer in him.
Which I suffer on say on fan chair. And yes, idea or begun any mass was sorry in any.
Anything I make us say and ha home. That's all for my canal being into the what to you, Matty. My suffer Matty. And can't want same view. Na call baby. Who could do a brooch the way I know about no afraid her branch and say, remember we call her no family now and not much on the video.
But what you're saying is right when it comes to some churches in this country. When you go, who travel now call her branch now. Once I hear member, you be saying, me fi Lutheran Church, Ghana, near Jiwo. Yadi say the Bibia to so ha discipline to so o ko ho your mouth to so
very reflective.
It reflects there in the system. That is how yeah boy saying now fear cra because same church no branch Ethiopia US UK now ko you when be kire elder ne yak inquiry search your mouth to assemble no so that's it
it's an American into anything.
That's your take. What's your take?
But you can do
I think on country you say for the future of their kids,
which is
his biological child.
So only
but the biological child are the two.
No, one is not his.
You don't. Nobody knows. He just
know. Me, I know. So I'll deliberately say, "Oh, baby." Once I see the documentation, once about who to be prove is a cry or bad year. Oh, original person do one day. Looking at the opportunity that they can see, man, many sure say a this and the man.
A top is a diamond or cover, whatever beside the money piano.
Media can be quiet, me say. Oh, my family will any match. Na yanko yemenene kona obi dachi bia ebi onuka ne ba be fani mi anu mo maka na me bo ki bia the time me bana me de kwa na ma feel say ono cousin mo wari wai da was pa fe no mo fa ai Omufa.
But so you
That's all for those who draw. Was sending the voice note. We're sending the voice note 5 minutes.
Hey, who bought it? Who bought this up on them?
Now why then? I say we are okay. Or no so for no area. The beshena or the better. Or no can
so you shouldn't forgive.
No. No.
Or for forgive but don't stay.
Counselor, there's a difference between say you pakono. Maybe I will mistake now. This is a person you introduced me to. You are like you are making a fool. You've been making a fool out of me for 12 good years. And yes, their family is in our life.
But the family has not told anybody this is the father of the child.
No, but you know that you know that you and this person still have a relationship. Because that's why not just a cousin corner or lucky in our lives. Now it's a baby banana be so cousin it one. I'm be quite jumana me jam and so on any and won't to mean uncle. Do you know the ideas I will go through this man say? All the times he left you in the house with this guy. All the time took one a mini work about all the time like over the dam. The trust. What boo papa no
investment why you with a busheni family.
One man can create what you ever say we create the seminar. A brand new papa and I'm here to the beer. Council. Boom. I tell you that's why I say Obi will be like Obia what how they handle issue.
Of a cancer where the wawa bem as a cancer only say be more the shock no a chance and
I could be able to check on Nigeria or to say any amount for any area than the other. About could be a dini and their cranny and their just here. Well,
say no, yeah. Miwana sao. Uba no trashi and now I no be say and I didn't have a trash.
Councillor, you should come.
No, we are doing here.
Councillor, where just that means the beginning of crime, you were not truthful in the marriage because I'm a more worried about kind of question.
What is truthfulness?
Did
you go and look for the truth or you are alone?
Really? That's not trusting.
No, you should look for truth. Don't wait for truth to come to you. No, we don't trust in religion, we believe. Trust is for deity, not for human beings. Trust is for deity, so not for human beings.
Was he wrong?
Trust no man, for man is like a grass. Bible says that for God is not a man that he will lie. So who are liars? Men are liars.
Is it truly my wife's cousin? Is this truly my wife's aunt? Is this you want to investigate?
Excuse me. My wife introduced somebody, the family said this is her cousin. Then what investigation do I do? Which type of cousin? From mother's side or from father's side?
I bet you figured all this thing out.
No, so the family says this is a cousin. And now you have Nicodemously or chance on a document that shows that he's not just a cousin, but he's the father of the first child. And he's been very good to the family to the extent that he has made documentation that you are flying in July.
Then why didn't he marry her? Why didn't he marry her?
You are now going to ask questions. No,
after 12 years, I want to marry.
There's a reason why he didn't marry. Maybe this is all the troubles you are going through in life is compensating the girl with this travel, and you are the beneficiary of the compensation.
He's still sleeping with her.
And because it is obvious that the thing is sweet and leaving it for others to eat.
God.
I'm only trying to play the other side.
And this other side is reasonable.
Open the phone lines.
I can't have 4 minutes.
Open the phone lines. Even 2 phone calls makes a lot of sense.
0302243540. I said, what is a who is a cousin? Oh, by as a cousin. Now, only now, I want the bath. Or in the wall in the bathroom. And mum, you know, I will go for your dear, and I will say, cousin, Ned, father of the children, one car again. But a good evening, we didn't be opposite. You, it is your cousin on your day. Hey, papa on your day. And my name for a comedy. So, we cousin or no, on any young money for if you one can find a cool what? Oh, and me and us, went me. Phone lines like as I don't know why.
And so try a normal money.
0302243540. And the lines back on in your 0302243540. How's I am going?
Obiaba. This is okay.
Hold on. Hello, good evening, Pacho. Didn't maybe I'll catch you. Pacho, one look at my own Pacho and I'm an
Oh, yeah, and I said, yeah, I want to move on uncle, who do you no power in it, or power management.
What I can't say. I say, on person, woman, corner, or we are almost someone else. You don't want to pay this man is over.
It's your to go.
I say, almost person, I say, almost per se, almost person, almost money, dear, almost corner, or corner, we don't be into me. Yeah, maybe some more gram up. Now, yet me at the end. I hello, but good evening, Dini, baby, I'll catch you. I saw Dini, baby, I'll catch you. I saw what can I say? Okay, for sure. Yeah. He has to go ahead to leave. He has the right. I'm for the banner. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Or say, Bible Christ say you can divorce your spouse based on adultery. Ain't you know? So Oshana say won't be you man. I'm trying to find a man who can be to do a job. Hello, good evening, Pacho Jini, baby. I'll catch you. Pacho, you man, for my. Oh, okay. Ubejano, unkwa bujin. I wait and watch you. Yeah, that's
no way.
You see, I'm not focused on me about abuchi. I can't grab abuchi. I didn't do even grab abuchi.
But are you aware, say Bearman break this news to the family? He will lose the documentation. Are you aware? People are not thinking to that side.
So if he doesn't get documentation, then what? Is he a poor man?
You're talking about poverty. You want to live like that? Debio, there can when your opportunity to go and go. Now we'll say, dear Denti, over said documentation won't go. I mean, think deep about this issue. That's what the guy says is confused. And I maybe I saw for Ninjana or be anti-Asian. Fremas saw for $100 in future. Now, $100 no. See, maybe a brand.
Where is the pastor coming? Pastor, your time.
Where's the pastor coming from? The pastor is talking about forgiveness. Forgive her and travel.
This is not a mistake. This is a conscious decision now. 12 years.
What if the second child was the reason for your documentation? What if your wife gave access to the same guy again to sleep with her so you can stand well by traveling? Do you know what women can do just to make sure that their husband has a title? That's as a man who doesn't know how to brag has disappointed God. Every man must learn how to brag about what you don't have, what you're about to have, what you have, and what you think of having. A woman cannot brag, but it is the right of a man to brag. Because a man cannot fail. You are a seed. And everywhere the seed fell, it fell on rocks, it broke out. It fell in thorns, it broke out. It fell in good soil. So a man should not fail. When a man fails, the world has failed. And when you live with a woman for 5 years, look, Abner, you can marry as a poor man. After 5 years, if you are still poor, check the woman you are living with.
Hey, really?
Look, if you marry a woman and you have a wife, after 5 years, you cannot live poor. Because she will harass you with a lot of needs that will cause you to make a way where there seems to be no way. So you cannot be poor after 5 years marrying a woman you can marry poor mistakenly. And it's a crime for a woman to allow you to marry them poor. But if after 5 years you are still poor in the marriage, check your wife. It means that she's not putting enough pressure on you. Because once you marry her, she will do everything possible for the title on her to become recognized because she's a subcontractor. Wives are subcontractors. And you have to learn how to appreciate the major contractor so that you have more influx of jobs to do. So whatever we are saying now might not make sense because the woman has done something that the family, why have they hidden this from the man? Why is it that nobody knows the father of the child? Why is it now that you're recognizing that the one they call cousin, is not just a cousin, but it's a sponsor?
0277. 609.
That's what I'm saying. Should you forgive after divorce or forgive before divorce? All of us are going through a lot of things. And when people gather their hearts to send stories to us, all we need to do is to ask for your opinion. But you're talking about the also one year frame is 0277 609 644. Man, Casobala and from Zoo 0277 609 644. And my membre, I am a member, you see, and yet, Tete Mudia near Ban and Sen, I'm being happy pardon. Nippon Nantisa on Yahe. One companion a young banker.
That's it.
Yambre.
And I don't know for me that was a passe, money edit baby every day. Ya kwa kufanya siaka siebo. Mijinje abnamu ochina ula make ejini.
Yeah, yes, shall say for pre-eclampsia.
Yes, so and come on, Yedi.
Ma waffle for a woman.
Monty, I see. Mameti, I see a natch. The son say, and come on, Yedi. Won't you quite question us? You're kind. You can't have a tear. Anyone yet, yes, I'm kind. Obi Sabio Sabana say, obeyed in the track this amount. Wouldn't remember to me. Say, who could have now what they will try to give this amount. What they could give this obey, yes, some also. I'm a best said this. Hey, wouldn't be a so. A damn be our team. Wouldn't be a you famous in any dynamo. Sure, Yaji documentation amount. Or you didn't try to give this abroad. Massa, Jay Samo, or you didn't try to give this. Yet dinner on the visa. I wouldn't have been too quiet. Yeah, come and be our swore.
That's the reason why I spoke to you.
I was sworn there.
I was saying, I would be a big fond of me. It's not like if I want to power.
I was sworn there. No, I was sworn there. No, I'm a phone man, Mama. Just a little chin now. I want to move for Papa. I'm not sorry, but see the mechanic. The young man's story, if you don't think well, you will rush. I'm telling you, if you don't really reason, you will rush. You will seriously rush. Look, when women are taking decisions to do things, they don't do it because they are in luxury. Majority of them do it because they are going through a lot of pain. But in the pain of this woman, hey, when you hear about say no way DNA this year, I won't. Also, a man someone dream would this year, this year. What fancy ye? But the same branches go document. I say, and by the sender, how did he find out the document that the two children are his? My brother, the man has a plan for the 2 children. Do you understand? Obi Mwabonu, but this woman has taken a decision that most of you sees not to be a sensible decision. But hear it very well. He's made a very thoughtful decision to allow. Why would they call this guy cousin? And the father of the girl is not talking. The mother of the girl is not talking. Yeah, Freeman made a statement. Was it not Freeman one made a statement that you leave them behind because you know it's a cousin and your wife. Lo and behold, it's a fucker and your wife. Look, there are women that are in love with other men. But let me tell you, I also know women who give themselves to other men, not in luxury, in pain and in anguish, just to get what they want. How they wish that thing would not touch them, but for the sake of something, they've given themselves into this part. So don't just rush and make unhealthy decision as a result of your feelings. They say, will you travel? That's what my question is. How do you live with your truth as a father to a wrong child? Yes. Fancy D was just trying to let you know that there's a new definition for long distance relationship. And this is how much money is hitting your momo, and not how often you see each other. New definition of this long distance relationship. So long distance relationship is no more you living in UK. It's no more you living in Amsterdam and I'm living in Ghana. It is how often do you send money to my momo, and not how often do I see you. Wow. Wow. That's serious. Fancy D, thank you very much. Now to your thoughts on the story for the day. And I think Abna will come now. So I might be tempted to force and read or look for a reader for the story for today. Because you see, when people bring stories, there are many. And when I choose ones like this, it's unfortunate that I don't have a team of members that takes the initiative to choose the story for the day for me. I choose based on what it is. Okay, Abna is here. And when my Abna comes, then we have to give her access to come and do what she knows how to do best. Mama, thank you very much for coming. And you're doing good. You're doing very good. All right, okay, so we'll do that. I came to look for it. I didn't see it. So Abna is coming. And whilst we are looking for it for Abna to come, I want to go straight and go and read some of the comments that we have received. If Abna comes, I'll let her read the comments that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a TikTok to clap for our one and only Abna Sugar. My dear, Mama, welcome.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you all hear Abna?
Can you hear me?
Abna, increase the volume on your earpiece.
Can you hear me now?
No, you are far from the mouthpiece.
Is it better?
It's not better. Your voice is deep, like you are at orgasm. Even your laughter, we can't hear your laughter, Abna.
Wow. Then let me go back and come.
Come again.
Let me go down and come back again.
I don't know if the rest of you can hear Abna, but I cannot hear even where I'm sitting.
Oh, wow. Is it okay now? Is it okay?
Well, I hear is it okay, but I don't know. So those of you are listening, can you hear Abna? If you can hear Abna, then let me know. If you can't hear too, let me know.
Is it okay?
You can hear Abna now.
Hello.
Yeah, Abna, let's go. Your hello can come, but I was expecting them to hear you earlier. So let's go ahead. Go.
Hello. Oh no, that's not the story. Doctor Counselor Luchot. I greet.
Yes, Abina.
Oh,
I
wait,
respond, my love.
hold on.
Wow.
Okay. Hello, Doctor Counselor.
Wow.
My name is Lukman from Lakeside, Accra.
That's flirting over there.
Here we are there.
How dare she?
Hey.
How dare
Please
she?
read. Don't mind the environment.
I'll say hello, Dr. Counselor. My name is Lukman from Lakeside,
Yes, my love.
Accra. I am 44
Thank
years
you.
old, married for 12 years to a 40-year-old lovely wife with 3 kids. My wife came in with 1 child who is 12 years now, and we have 2 in addition. A young man that we call her cousin goes through and flow to US, and through the help of my wife, he has made documentation for me to travel to the US in July. I did a DNA for our children, and one is not mine. I also chanced on a report that has broken me down. My wife's first child and our last child has the same DNA with the man called cousin. I have a photocopy of their results now. My pastor says I should forgive my wife and travel, but I'm confused. I don't know what to do because I'm hurt. Should I travel or divorce before I forget this warning? My pastor says if I don't forgive her, I will be disciplined in front of the church. Why would the pastor do that?
He has disobeyed the pastor. Also for Kasa Unti. Oh, yeah, why? Tie there so for Kano.
Asema ba no so for say really? Okay. So the story says, I see a friend in Lukman. We did 44.
Okay. Yeah.
We did 44 now. We worry for the past 12 years. You know, more married.
Okay.
And the first child, near about the aklane ba worry. My guy do if you akonia ba, my friend cousin. Now and guy no swan any summer we need document to go to the US. Now about a say was so DNA. Okay, no. The first ni abano mano and then the last born no. Omu kita DNA baako. Papa ne so-called cousin no ba fie ho no. Sisi ano o se ohun ni onya ne pastor say unforgiving the wife no ntu kwan. But asem ne ye ne ya. Na ne pastor man ne warning say wa unforgiving the re na obe punish no wa sorry ni nanim. Nti ohia moa.
I mean, what's your take on the story? Because and then I said, go back to your page, you know, so you post to you and we have 30 comments. Now, comment back when I made the power honor. Sana me nim that says school I call you and try there. I could have a trade the yen na yen. What bet defining DNA ne kama. Sure.
I mean cautious.
Enti hoya the fofo. Enti once I will call honor. Ma yen initial comment on the story. Yet you.
I say me they're very dicey. Very dicey. Me who baby I mention same fee. First of all, first of all, so-called cousin. Now, but feel why any year e will feel what to say. Bear man when who signs beer say beer bear near na bibi. There was nothing showing I just say I link it to the fact your cousin. And
now you can make a mistake. Oh, you can make a mistake. One shall we go anymore. There are some family members that the way they play together, and here cause a cousin. No. There are people that we call them cousins that they are far away from us. Me, I have cousins that I can have children with.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. I have cousins that I can have children with.
But
who is a cousin? Who is a cousin?
I will go to the US. When I get to the US, and then I talk to it about my name Beckham Watson. We could do who you and I mean I can want them say say I'll let you know say whatever is happening in me because say me koye DNA say me them planning now to coin and our resource this is what it says. Into me they make to coin because the opportunity na I don't know why but into me to coin.
But unfortunately, no DNA no one koye no open. On one see a person here na there fast, so they don't know if he has gone to do a DNA. And at the end, Nico boss sooner or fire no. DNA Nico boss sooner yet needing the DSC no. Oban so nim say he has found out. You see, so Obia control letter, Obia Chobu said, this is a fake story. Mudemunim the akoso.
No, it's not fake.
Munim the akoso. People don't know what people go through. Some of the stories comes with names, venue, places. We have to re-edit it. That's what time the reading is not too clear because we have to compress it. And we have to talk to the people themselves. Last time you had and there be a phone lines. And there be freka say only ni crew neti. Na nemba ba ku ma enye ni crew neba. On radio. The lady just called and said it. Eti e kan sem na na mo mpanyin sem. Obi control of Facebook said this is a fake story. Oh mommy fake. I think but the vacuum in your mind gives you access to talk just anyhow. Obi any bra sem a fake story. One after a while. It's not like there's a demand for a DNA. But he just decided to do a DNA. And the DNA results have proven that in Colombia, said Diana soon no, because BBC said, did you do the DNA because you? He says, no, it was after this DNA. So he doesn't even know how the results looks like. But when his own came, now, when he sees a document that is a DNA report, he knows how it looks like. And I'm saying, what in us here? So you see, at times we don't understand the game of life. We don't understand it. The things people are facing, if look, go to the Facebook page. Read the comment that others have brought. I saw a certain comment that I was going to pick up. It was funny, but it sounded very well for me. I was laughing about it. The guy has defined what DNA is. Wonder, search of fear. Okay, so wonder, I like mentioning just one. He said, anyway, DNA is defined as daddy needs assurance. Or see the definition of DNA is daddy needs assurance. And daddy needs assurance. So I've got a new definition. Fancy D. The new definition for DNA means daddy needs assurance. Shall I like your definitions? Daddy needs assurance is the meaning of DNA. Daddy needs assurance. Daddy needs assurance is the new definition for DNA. There are 30 comments, and I have to read it for you. Share the page and invite a friend because we are now going to discuss. My question is how to live with the truth as a father to a wrong child. How to live with your truth. You've gone to do a DNA behind the scene, and you have the report in your hands showing that the children your wife gave you are all not yours. How do you break such silence? I've told you before, in this case, it's difficult for us to take my own because I've told you that there have been mistakes in hospitals where women have delivered, they've not cheated on their wife, on their husbands, but the children has mistakenly been replaced. Those cases are there. But in this one, the first child that the woman brought into the marriage, the child is 12 years. They are married for 12 years. So when the father of this child impregnated, what happened that the two of them didn't get married? And why are they still in communication? So help us, God. I don't know where to start reading it. So maybe I have to start from the top. You say, hey. Secure say, hey. The Richard say, pastor. No, you can't insult the pastor here. Don't say that. And then David said, fake story. Then Akwesi Bedi Akuwenchi says, okay. Where's the okay coming from? So that's what I don't know whether I'm reading from the top or the down. The comments are many, and I'm trying to read some. The comment I have here is different from this one. Am I okay? Somebody must help. This is the story. These are the comments. I go back here again. This is the story. These are the comments. So the comments are different. I'm reading from two different portals. So in each of the portal I'm reading, there are different stories that are here. So now your comments are so important. So Benjamin says, yes, I can hear you now. Thank you very much. I hope Abna is back. I like the feminine touch when it comes to reading the comments. And unfortunately today, I don't have anybody to read for me. Abna, are you back?
Yes.
All right. So are we going to see the comments?
Yeah, I was trying to. Just a minute.
Okay, Abna. Okay. So Abna is trying to. A lot of the comments are many. All right. So I have Della Dem Richard. The insult I say I won't read. David, I've read it. Travel first. Alaji says travel first. Vivian says forgive her. Doku says travel. Samuel says I don't even know what to say. Hey, is your pastor okay? Godwin says travel, man, and deal with them later. Ba says you people will continue to suffer in a church. Then have you found them?
Yeah, is it the one with the live and I say no post here no?
No, go to the post I did on the color background.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you can do it if you're using just one phone. I think it will be difficult for you. Unless you have another phone to go and read.
Okay.
You see, I posted it before the show.
Yeah, can you hear? Okay. Now
yeah, go.
Aqua say, travel, brethren, and think of what to do later to her. Hey, women of today,
Okay.
This DNA thing is helping, pa.
Hey,
I would say, Ben say, the pastor can't force you to forgive her. It's something you should decide for yourself. Forgive her and take her back, or forgive her and end and move on. Wishing you the best. And I say, you are mad. Travel and leave her.
Hey.
Keep this to yourself. When you get there and start pursuing your dream, then you japa simple. Gloria say, sorry, but you need some breathing space so you can travel. Work hard and come for your child. You will see clarity as to whether you still want it or not. Time will tell. Sorry. My brother, do what your heart tells you to do. But before taking an action, do have a deep reflection and a well-sound judgment on the quiet at night and dawn, and you will make the best resolution to the issue without even consultation. You think so? Shadrach say, Master, travel first and take action when you are settled over there. Whether or not you forgive her, you have only one child with her. Let no pastor decide for you how you must feel or how you must manage your family problems. You shouldn't have even opened up to your pastor in the first place. Keep it as a family secret and deal with it with a touch of fear of God. The good news is that you have gotten your visa, and it is in your best to celebrate it and plan for your new life in the US. By the grace of God, when you arrive in the US, let her know that you know what she knows, period.
Wow.
This to say,
wow.
Do you want to forgive her? Have you weighed the consequences of that? Obisu say, worry not, travel first. When you reach there, do another DNA for your wife to witness herself.
How?
I choose to say, travel and make your life better and come and carry your biological child. And after that, send her the DNA report. The marriage will die a natural death, and your reward is he's taking you abroad. Oh. Kofi say, what sort of nonsense pastor is that? Chill.
Hey.
Travel, why? Jonathan say, forget your pastor's discipline and have a talk with your wife before deciding. Please, man, how did you get the other man for your wife's call? How did you get the other man your wife calls her cousin's DNA? That made you confirm the other child isn't yours. Please,
So let me explain. So what happened was that when he went to do the DNA for the two, he said that I spoke to the same thing I asked. And he said that when he sees the DNA paper lying down, he doesn't understand it. But immediately he went to do this one and he gave him the report. He found this document there and he's similar to what he's having. So it means that the wife and the cousin have done a DNA. Yeah. Either they are planning so they can travel with the two. So after he has seen how DNA document looks like, then he chanced on this one as if God is opening his eyes. And they're going to do a photocopy of the wife and the cousin's DNA added to his own. And he's sitting on the time bomb. So young man, your question is very legitimate. I had the same question. But he could have still gotten, because me, if the cousin comes to the house, I can easily get his sample. I can get his toothbrush. I can get his scope. But he has not gone to do the DNA for the cousin. He rather went to do the DNA. And he chanced on the document that a DNA has already been done, ascertaining that the last born and the firstborn are for the man. So that document he chanced on. And he only got to know is a DNA document because now he has one, which is similar. I hope that explains the young man's question. I'm not continuing.
I say you people will continue to suffer in the church. Say, travel man and deal with them later. Ruth say, is your pastor okay? Someone say, I don't even know what to say. Ikia said, travel. Vivian said, forgive her. Zilly said, travel first. Akwesinso say, okay. David Billa said, fake story. No, it's not a fake story. The lad them say, Pastor Noya Kwasiapi. And I will be to say, hey, Intina, comment by no.
But I say I'm not. So these are the comments when we posted earlier on, and then we are seeing back. So Abna, you are going to share your own. So we come back again now. Another life in Sunu and Crawford Chonyama baby.
I mean, share.
Hey, wait, Abna, wait. This is strange.
Why?
Can you imagine who is watching? My only certified side chick is watching. Hey, Clarice, happy birthday. Oh, I miss her so much. Girl, how are you doing? Clarice, welcome back to social media. My love, Amna, that is the lady I was talking about, my sweetheart.
Oh, okay.
I just saw that it's written that she's watching.
Oh, nice.
I hope it's not a fake account, but well, thank you very much, Clarice. How are you doing, my dear? I hope you are fine. I miss you, Pa, with your comments. She has very, very strong comments just like you. Very, 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 very serious follower of Counselor Lutro from 2013 to date. And she's very, very good. She is very good. Beyond the word good. Greetings to Mandy. Happy belated birthday. You swear me because you know what she doesn't like me to do? I buy cake and eat on her behalf in Ghana. So she intentionally decided to swear the birthday. But you, I've warned you, I'll eat it. Clarice, thank you. Your comment is brought to you by Ginger, Makpe Ginger Honey Chips, and then MFS, my MSP MSP is the best for all women. If you are going through menstrual cramps, irregular menstruation, you don't know how to get the egg so you can get pregnant. You are doing everything, the pregnancy is not coming. Your menstrual blood is smelling. Hear me and hear me clearly. Buy for yourself MSP 30. Wherever you are in the whole wide world, order it. Order it. Somebody just clapped their hands for me in UK. She called me and she was crying. Somebody took just one. Aquajuronti all called the bakupa de koye. Or see your numpon one num before. But the pain was hard and said, said Droya yesi papa idi aba me numbi. She took just one cup and she went back to work in the UK. So my medicine is doing magic in UK. Thanks to all the team members, you have brought something good. So if you want one, it's difficult for us to take it through DHL. But if anybody is coming to visit you, ask and we'll send it to you. Thank you very much, so much. And so I see Jimmy Sarkodia too is watching, and I can see Fancy D. I don't know if you can go on the live and read their own as we discuss. Yeah. Share the page. Don't drop. Share the page. Share and invite your friend. The School of Relationship and Marriage. We only learn here. We only come and learn. And the stories today, this week, I had 16 stories. As of yesterday, I had only 13. It was today that they added it and I had 16 stories. But I thought that this story makes a lot. I have a lot of things to discuss in this story. My question is, how do you live with your truth? You see, I have my truth and the truth of the family. Why would the family know that the guy they call a cousin is the father of the child? How can a woman bring a child that is exactly 1 year old or some months old? I asked the guy, so your wife came to the marriage with a child as a baby? Or see, no, nye. So he married the woman while the child was 6 months. Or because but the guy had love for a lady who was going through a certain phase. You see, there are things that people do that we don't understand though. How do you marry a woman with a child that is 6 months, 8 months? Some of us, we are marrying women whose children are 15 years, we are fighting. This is 6 months. And I'm looking at it from a different angle. I hardly blame women when they do such things. Oh. That the woman can go to the extent of making sure that maybe this guy wants to do document for the woman to run away with the woman. But the woman has first asked that, can you do it for my husband? Think. Think, oh. I think outside the box. That is why I'm different. That is why only few people like me. Today somebody called me and I was very emotional from UK. I'm not, when the lady called, he said, Counselor, my friend was saying, you be BNTO. My friend, Kaka me da say. Now, who can send me a new pet? And 2 years ago, it has worked for me that I am happy today. I want to just, now say, I am a friend, send him Momo. She was laughing. You know what happened? No. The lady called me after a show like this. That's why I don't stop dropping my number. When she called me, she said, Counselor, my husband I am living with here in the UK with our kids has gone to Ghana and is marrying a new girl in Ghana with 2 children. I said, how long have you been married? He said they've been married for, I think, 12 or 13 years. And so she wants to leave the marriage. I said, my dear, is that all you want? To say yes. I said, look, I asked her 2 questions. Which type of marriage are you in? He says it's a civil marriage. I said, did you marry in Ghana a civil? He said, yes. And you've gone to do it in UK? I said, yes, madam. Relax. Focus on your marriage. Whoever is being married in Ghana is an aplanque and you will enjoy. Don't fight the man. Leave the story. He says the aunties, the cousins, the family members, everybody is pushing her. Divorce him. Let him know his sin. Divorce him. He says, immediately I told her the thing. She shut everybody and was focusing on what counselor said. God, Father, I thank you so much that others will listen. Those who will not listen, I don't care. You can take me as a fake guy. It's okay. But I was sent for an assignment. And if you encounter me once, you will insult me forever. But if you encounter me once, I'm telling you, you will not look for anybody again. I'm telling you. And look, it is people say that it is not right for you to blow your own horn, but I am telling you that before I die, I want you to do that. I know what I am capable of doing. Me, George Luchot. If you've not met me, live your life. And one day, until you are called to your grave, you will pass through my hands. Don't take it. She said, when I said the two things, go and relax. That's all. I said, She was there. 2 months after she was practicing my own, I said. Then they called her that the husband was sick. So she traveled quick with the children to come and see the sick husband. On the day they came, the next day, the husband died. The next day, the husband died. Now, when the husband died, she has to quickly come and perform the rite. He said they were there, and then they brought a drink to the family that they came to announce officially to the wife of their son. Here, the wife of their son, that the husband is dead. And then the other lady who had children in Ghana, they gave her a caveat. We have children with you, but you are not a wife of our son. So don't do anything here as a wife to the dead body. Let the children do what they are supposed to do. He said she was sitting down. Hey, counselor, when you? Counselor, oh, she's a gun. Counselor, oh, hey, counselor, you trust? He said, there she's 2 years she's been trying to reach me. Look at you. You call me, no, you get me. That's why you bluff me like that. Can't trouble no, call trouble no, can't no. You see, he says immediately she was quiet. She went through all the funeral rites, did everything she's supposed to do. There's a will that has been written, and everything in the will is for her and her children. He says she has not even attempted going to do anything with the will. The first thing the husband gave her was their matrimonial home that they were living in. Then she's just left and gone back to UK, and the family members are living there. After 2 years, she's been struggling to call me. It's only today that she reached me. And when she came to reach me, she's reaching me because there's another opportunity that she thinks that what I say is what she will take. Oh my God. I was just sitting down there. I was like, God, thank you for making me proud. Me, you won't know what you have until you lose it. If nobody believes in me, my wife believes in me. If nobody believes in me, my mother believes in me. Look, this thing I'm doing, when my mother was alive, she literally called me and said, can't I stop? Because it was becoming too much. Every Sunday, my mother goes to church. Somebody will organize a meeting and call my mother to insult. Tell your son. This is why I became spiritual. I don't fear anything. If you try me, I will try you. And my try will be a death. My friend Diagro. So when I'm speaking, I speak with a lot of passion. When I say, look, there's somebody that the person all of a sudden cut off from me. And when the person cut off, every 72 hours, the image of the person comes and somebody is stabbing the person. Somebody is collecting money in the person. I call another person. There's something going on wrong they want to do to this person. But I will fight until the person will come back under the umbrella. I will not stop praying for her. Yes, because she did a lot of good to me. A lot of good. So when you see, people don't understand us. And we will not beg you to understand us. But somebody's story. Don't talk within your emotions. I like the response. Have you seen somebody, what people are writing? Travel. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Obiasi to coin. Everybody's looking at the opportunity available, not the case at hand. Akosha Natu is watching. Thank you very much. Read the stories. You are going to read a comment here that I came in with my long talk story.
Fancy D say, but Uncle George, he stated that he got the opportunity to travel with the help of his wife. What is the help?
No, he said he got opportunity to travel with the help of his wife through the same cousin. That's the story. So the wife has convinced the cousin to make sure that the husband will have an opportunity to go to the US. Young man, if you go in July, I am begging you, call 0277 609 644. Let me show you the in and out in the US. UK is tough. Canada is tough. But at Nima, you can become Ni at Nima. You know, my daughter Fasidi, she is in Atlanta, Georgia. If I tell you her story, the way she suffered because of me, hey, this girl has never seen me before, but she fought more than 1 million people because of me until the day that she met me. And everybody said, hey, finally you met your uncle. I was in Ghana. When I was asked to go and do direction for her in the US, I bought ticket and went to do for her. One thing you maybe ask you, because she is invested. It's not all about money. You think the way Abna is spending her time with me, I'll let her go without protecting her to have him? Because I'm exposing Abna. I'm exposing her.
Yeah.
I'm exposing her. Why you both not here when I was calling that I need bail, I need bail?
Yeah.
What can I say to Tiakwa? Fancy, that is the story. The young man said that. I'm not reading the next one. There's another crazy video.
I say, the new definition of a long distance relationship is how much money is in my momo, and not how often you see each other.
Yes. It's a new definition of distance relationship. And he going to send it. With $1,000 now they bend into say, hey, massa. Yes, it's $100. They are soya.
I think that's about it.
All right, so let's go into the discussion.
Benjamin say the man have to forget the wife and go.
Okay.
I say, Papa into coin.
So everybody's focus is the man should travel. Have you seen it? Everybody says, Papa, travel. Even the pastor you are insulting says, forgive your wife and travel. So the change of status will add a lot to your life. Then crime 4 people have a certain abe. They say, Sean, you're 4. Listen to me. Some of you who are living in the States and in the UK, Germany and Italy, because you travel, that is why your people respect you. If you are sitting with them, they will never give you respect. Oh, but I'm telling you the gospel truth.
That's true.
Look, if we are all together. The fact that every year you travel once in a year, that alone has a level of respect for you. Travel and see. It also shaping your horizon. Young man, everybody said travel. Me, I'll give you my own, but I'm listening to their own first. So I'm not. You are going to say your point before I interjected. Let me hear you.
Me na make 2 things say I can confront issue na wo ho no. And so obi 2 kwan we 2 kwan. And I will catch me say DNA no wan kwaye for acquaintance no kwaye for no any reasons na we ne kwapo nim say DNA bi akoso, but I think say issue we na issue a bit me da hye no ho saa. Oh, what happened? Yeah,
Mama, I was trying to refresh the page.
Oh, okay.
Mistakenly na ekosano.
Okay.
I mean, who do you
say? Na make say sanka obetimi comfort issue na wo ho ansa we 2 kwan a. But woman me say or you na you kwan nim about DNA no nya papa ne koye no na onim po say na you na ne kunu na kwa ko hu the other DNA. Into this
nobody
issue
knows.
No it's a dicey one, honestly. And as you were saying, you're opening my mind to a lot of things. It could be said, no, I on the car, so-called cousin and name, and when your mom we identity cards and they call away for a very long time. nyoma mu ye na cousin na ba back say ma me be hwe me ba but oba ye no oba na ware and e bi oba na fight for ne oba na fight for ikunu na say me sua de wo ho me ba wo school.
I like your dimension.
And now oba na ka say me nye be me bone uja me ho no so me mu nti ne say ye be ye dia boa be me so na at least any fair do be who cry na there's something to compensate him say this you know a dicey issue so on need the raining.
But baby I said the painful part and said the second child is for this same guy. Say bakumpua. We will understand say you left and gone, but how come you came back and chop again and impregnated?
It's cousin the buy no say lie momo. Cousin the buy no.
Could it be that the lady genuinely is in love with the first guy and not this one?
So cousin no. Because some cousin and count means on nene sound called third born no into a cousin no.
Or could it be a mistake? That she was chopping, didn't expect pregnancy, and the pregnancy came.
Or call ye DNA, just no call doubt to say means and third one. No doubt.
You are right. You are right. Maybe she also did the DNA and was doubting.
Yeah.
No. Me sure say Yauba. Maybe even the DNA we are talking, maybe the cousin doesn't even know. It's only the woman who has it. Maybe she's going to do the DNA and she's finding a way to show it to the husband. Say there's a mistake that has occurred. And all of a sudden the man has found it.
The man say cousin the DNA na kameji di say DNA results in be cousin ho.
Yeah,
but rather than a wife in her internet, your banner can also want a doubt, not a sort of clear conscience now, or tackle issue, you know, in a coyes DNA, no. Entire same way, dear, almost not no one can ask someone ending.
You see, because if you are saying that issue, speak to the wife about it. Are you aware when this issue comes out? And the guy, so somebody wrote in the comment section, the first one you read. Somebody said it was wrong for the guy to go and see the pastor.
I say, that you say, in Bimu Asemba, I him how to compose the Omoho. Asemba, no, my, they are all over the place. No, my emotions, is all over. You know, sometimes I'm here be to talk to. And now, Papa Naso Feli say, the pastor, the right person to go and talk to about Asem, no. Or internet be also call the pastor ne hono.
But you know the funny thing? When a guy send the story, or friend me or narrative story, I'm say and the other now one can share me first. Or see Nukreni nyami enimie. Or team in Kano is less than 2 weeks.
You see?
Now I'm say how? Or see me video obi sending me video be asema makan for medical. And or call me Facebook. And then call me YouTube. And who say your stories I discuss you. And you know this is a first timer. What are you discussing the story? Look my first timer. It did the Amaya for 24 years. Look man on TME on me. But he has gone to my YouTube. He's now following me on YouTube. Or see or TikTok.
Into me,
OTM, you know, so I mistakes or catch any pastor.
Tina ko ni mwanka on kwa ne pastor ne ho. At that time, no na adwan e bebre o no probi ni na bonkom o probi ni na kasem no. E no de call ne sofo ne ho.
So you think that? So my question is, how do you live with your truth as a father to a wrong child?
Hey. How do you live with the truth? Hey.
Yes, because you have a truth.
Yeah.
Against your wife's family's truth. Because as we are speaking, could it also be that the family of the wife doesn't even know that the cousin is the father of the child?
I'm not sure say family name. 90 say okay, maybe some question. Say cousin no. Cousin no oba fie ho no oba be ma no we hu nebusianfo girl nebusianfo bia be kan che say we onye cousin na.
Okay, so I asked the guy, this cousin guy you are talking about, He says the whole family refers to him as the cousin. And I asked him, so are they aware that he had a child with their wife? He said he's not sure. Osi sana enkomodie kono onji ndi dase ne yiri ne maame ni nim se abofra ne papa ne sa cousin guy yobo mo nchen.
And say oba na ebusanfo ni na afre papa ne cousin.
It's a title also be a friend cousin.
Oh, okay. Hey. Into mo kwa unti ono te be man no ko ware lady no what a bucket 6 months no when we start questions there.
You see, there are times that people they overlook. Even though he's called Lookman, he overlook. He's fella. He's fella. He's too fair. He overlooked. Because who worry obi a okita abofra. Me say now worry no kuta abofra do say na dia me mobo. Ne maame pen on anything. So the girl apparently was living with only the mother. Ni papa ni ho. You know the stories come as long, and my interrogation a does. Okay, Abna, read for us. Fancy D has brought a story here. He's brought a comment. Live Nasi, yes, yeah, live Nasi.
Me name me who are you?
Who you all? Refreshing now because I'm refreshing now. Because can't be any too good.
And I'm by
live Nankasa mean tears here, dear live now because you go for 2 penny. It was so air.
Oh, that be me. I sure say be a baby.
My 1 hour 26 minutes. Usually we do 2 hours.
So
let me read. Yeah. I see maybe the man occupies an important position in the church, and that is the reason he's torn between listening to the pastor or divorcing his wife. You are right, Fancy. Yeah, it could be because of or your elder or your bibi and bibi sir. But when we said no poso but or say no niya catch him, and I'm person boy so in see, he married her out of pity. That's true. I am not sure the man is in love. Said, yeah, that's what Nikki is saying. Nikki says that he believed that the guy really married this girl out of pity. I'll say yes. Oshiana anymore. Sabaya come for sawa oba. Papa ni niho. Na me say and I want people baby upon one. Also come upon asema. Na the buafu. Obesu sa. But share my life in the who say, oh, I will be a bar. Know who the father is. So the guy has gone to watch almost everything. Me YouTube is me monetizing me Yahoo.
Say,
but that is this point.
Check other phones, so but me who the number of people are more so. But after them,
say Facebook because they say I mean who 14 or other line so 14 people are watching according to what is coming up here. But whatever it is, the information is going down there. And I'm here at Duma. Say enchebia yabepon because we are doing our 2 hours. We have about 20-25 minutes to stop. And the uncle.
Nikki says he married her out of pity. I'm not sure the man is in love self. And I fancy this said this pity marriage is saying, shake my head.
Hey, my daughter, do you have anything to share with us? Are you about to share a story with us, girl?
Join in. Click the link and join in.
The way you are shaking your head, dear, what do you have to say? Don't pour out the things in your head. Oh. So you see, when we say people marry people out of pity, is it wrong to marry people out of pity?
It's very wrong.
Why is it wrong?
Pity no kwa na oyende. At the country, mobile the worry no. Now oyende.
Say emobrohu. Say emobrohu. Is it wrong to have pity on somebody?
Oh, na pity. It's now. Am I worried?
Say man worry and check. Say at least no. Ebe boa. Ananti ase.
Ebe boa. The pity if you are not doing him na aba.
Said the woman say wale uni pity if you are. Na aka avale kolome.
Hey, Rada. Omonti ase nyeshe.
Enyumo won't say that.
Hey, enyum we dey mood papa.
I want to say anyum leda.
Dabi o.
Avale kolome, kolo la viva, avacho glegle, kolo la hudu.
Hey.
When na kinagati nyumo. Uko school papa obeto.
Sa. This account papa no anya den.
Well, what's the definition of DNA? No.
Dabi o, big command definition.
Shocking say when you no one kind.
Oh, enemy who am.
As I see, and you 2 abeka 30, no 32. But Obi can say it means what daddy's BBB. Oh, let me go and look for it.
I mean, what you say me who?
Obi mami the definition of DNA. So what is my take on the story? I'll tell you my take now. Now, I am believing that this young man has a case. And he has a case because your wife has a child with a man that now you know. You see this DNA thing, it destroys the man than the woman. Because right now you have an information that is eating you up.
Eating you up, oh.
Yes, you have an information that shows that you think you have 2 children with a woman, but only one is yours. And not just that one is yours alone. The other part is that the first child and your last child have the same father. It means that 12 years ago, the man who ate and left and you came together is still eating. It is so painful to be dealing with the truth, with the proof. Okay, so what I was looking for is that somebody says DNA means daddy needs assurance. DNA, daddy needs assurance.
That's all, boy. Daddy needs assurance.
Daddy needs assurance. That's the meaning of somebody's DNA definition. So that's what I was looking for. So my problem is that he has an opportunity to travel. And in the story, everybody said travel, 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 travel. Young man, the biggest mistake of your life is to go and tell the pastor about what information you have.
Yeah, India is serious. So.
But you've done that mistake already. He didn't have anybody to talk to.
Yeah.
So he would definitely go and talk to the pastor. And talking to the pastor is what has led him to a point that the pastor says, forgive your wife and travel, or I will discipline you. So, young man, I will say that it's a wrong move to tell your pastor, but to make sure that this story would die halfway, listen to your pastor. And think well, maybe, just maybe, this man 12 years ago who impregnated your wife didn't have anything to do with her, or he was poor, he was broke, he didn't have ends to meet and ran away, and now he has made it. And he's coming back to correct the wrongs that he did with your wife, and before he came back, you have come to marry the baby mama. Maybe the lady you met that you had pity on was actually not ready for marriage, but because you were servicing and being good, that is how she gave in for you to marry her. Maybe women go through a lot, I'm telling you. Women suffer. Women take decisions at the peril of their lives. Because I am imagining that a man who has neglected you with a 6-month-old child comes back and you give him access again to your body. It doesn't make you a fool, but there is something all of us don't know. I don't blame women easily. Look, if anybody saw a mistake before marriage, in the marriage of Mr. and Mrs. Frimpong, Fela McAfee and Medical, if anybody saw the mistake I was talking about, it was Fela, not Medical. Because for a woman to give access to a man to come back again and eat her, I don't think that this eating, she was looking forward for a child to come out.
I don't think so too.
Yes. And yet, dear Bia, now per se, anything. Eh, Bia, a branty ban a brabum, no, Pessa brantian on any betina, but brantian who said, my wow, 6 months, I call out my J. Look, there are times that somebody will love you, but you don't love them. I don't know how many of you have faced that thing. That you are silly and foolishly in love with a certain person, and the person is not having 1 minute of love for you.
Yeah.
So at times they can look at your face and tell you, say, when I met you, I didn't love you. I don't know what has happened that all of a sudden I'm all over you. Very hurting. But you can't go. And the reason why you love them, they don't know. I'm only thinking outside the box. That could it be that this girl has faced a difficult situation with the baby daddy and has finally resolved and said, well, if I would take any decision for you, compensate the man who saved me with a 6-month-old child. Could it be that this action of a US documentation for this guy to go to America is a compensation for taking care of the baby mama and the baby? It's painful to discover that the child that you think is yours is not yours. It's painful to be living with your truth against the truth of the family of your wife's family. It's painful. And we are dealing with the lady and the mother alone. This girl was born alone, has no family, has no siblings, according to the guy. I'm only imagining the state of the wife. Looking at the husband every day, playing with the 2 kids. And so I asked the guy, does the 12-year-old girl knows that you are not the father? He says no.
Oh.
And because of the age difference, I see the difference between the boy is 5 years. So 12 and 5.
Hey.
12, 5, and 4. 12, 5, and 3.
Wow.
2 years different between the last born. 12, 5, and 3. So this is my solution as I wrap up with all of you today. Hear me. Everybody has a time that you will need somebody to help you. But I always say that if you don't take care, you receive a help that will forever put you in subjection for the rest of your life. If God doesn't come through for you, you go for a help that will become albatross on your neck. Look, you are looking for employment. You are looking for job. Yeah, look, you are looking for something, and the driver of a certain man will want to sleep with you before connecting you to the owner of the company. At times, you want to just do it to get employment. One pastor friend of mine said it came to a point where he was so broke that he went to Korle Bu to ask that, do they sell kidney here? He wanted to give one of his kidney for sale because he didn't know where to pass. The story is so pathetic. Man, hear my story. This is what I'll tell you. You need counseling. You need counseling to make a decision to divorce your wife. Because if you forgive her for sleeping with the baby daddy, you will never have peace of mind in the marriage. At the same time, now that you know that the cousin is not a cousin, but he's really a sexual partner and a baby daddy to the children, you will never be able to love your wife fully again. And you have been destroyed for the rest of the generation of the other women you are going to meet. You need help. You need help, seriously. You really need help. Forgive your wife. Forgive her. She did it with a reason. The fact that the reason was wrong, or the fact that the reason was right, doesn't justify the action. I always say that wrong is always wrong, even if everybody is doing it. Right is always right, even if nobody has attempted to do it. Young man, if you hear me, you need help. You need counseling. But for you to continue marrying this woman, it will destroy you. You will never be normal again. You will never be normal. I will never encourage you to continue marrying this woman. She's not a bad woman. She took a decision based on the circumstances she's facing. Right now, I can't tell because I've not spoken to the woman. But maybe the man was still sending money to take care of the child, because I've met it on Utumi Kawase, my show, where the mother of the child was saying that I'm sending Kwalano Sika. And I told the woman, relax. How old is your child? I said, Kwalano was SS. I said, Tobo, madam. Baby, I'll pay you discount. There be me the discount can't tell me. Papa and we call the man. And I asked the man, I don't know how I'm going see. Oh, da. Me a welder. Me a welder. Missy can do so. Me man, mammy, and they make cost 300 every month. Me yabi. And so da. Me a painting, a welding. Me banner can crash the wa. Omama coin and say obey. Me man 3 million, which is 300 Ghana cedis. Me banner school muhon. Omu teacher ba ku mumu. Me nyaki to ebi anuma send ya mani wo school.
No.
E san se me send this kamani mamia. Or this kana. Obebo mi dua san se sikani shop. Emma. Sure. Ya yiri no po ya wale wa ya ne wotram. Utumi talk ama o yiri. Esifie ma o yiri. Ye share ni bisa say, what have you benefited from this marriage? Or say awaya buy. Awaya on first one in kwala ya manya you. They don't even remember what you have done for them. And I'm telling you, the amount of investment we are doing in our wives and the women in our lives, if we do the same investment in our lives, we will not be like this. This is my advice. Yeah, you remember the story? Yes. Fancy says you remember that story. This is my own. Say, take a leave and travel July and go to America. When you land in America, look for opportunities. Never hate your wife. Divorce her. Divorce her.
Now, sir, Obani decided the reason for divorce. Now, can
there are reasons for divorce. No, year later. Ni krunu e divorce no. What's that krunu chiro nyama bebre. Say see no year later.
Divorce no. Or person divorce in the rain no.
Say be asem na ekọ no. Na make us on any tna. Obe punish your man. Onu na ni nje. Oba nso ani nje. M1 health already no Ghana life expectancy no 61 for men, 63 for women. And you share papa bi or team anim your body 75 e kwa nyame hira wo. Who ne body nketin. Otimi di care off. 2 hours no di care.
Hey.
Mindu 70. Medi travel so 1 hour 42 minutes.
Tonga Talia Daroma.
Tonga Tali me fair video. No credit there. Misro. I believe the way my body is. Misro say me fat Tonga Talia then never. Me nia me fa. Ghana life expectancy is 61 for men, 63 for women. You won't tell. It's I say yes, yeah. Look, we spend. Look, me personally, I'm not bragging, but if I tell you that most of my life investments are more in the life of women than myself. Me tell you before I say. Yes, I'm telling you before I say. Emba ma dwimu se me nto phone ma me hu, ba me hia phone. Mama me yin nka se ni phone I say. Mama impran ka se ni phone I say. Me di misike nyina beto so. Who ba hu be me bi odi indomie. No ato ba ko ne
fried rice.
Fried rice. Or we indomie no twitwi say and you no po. It's your buyer wa dear sawo and mema etumi di ade che. But obema ti se obi edi ade bi a odi a or the cha eye ya enkanka say oni abofre ya tena abofra. The other part is that how would the children take this story that he is not my father? Uncle who comes here is my father. And among the 3 children, they believe we are siblings. But where we sit right now, there's only 1 child that belongs to the man. It's painful. It's painful. If you don't meet a professional counselor who is psychologically balanced, spiritually balanced, and socially balanced, you will commit a crime. Young man, travel. But before you travel, from now till July, seek for professional counseling. Don't do anything for them to know you have the information. Don't do. Go to the pastor and tell the pastor, Suffer, may that say, my father futu. May that chamere, if you makuma muton. Men can't change post with their channel. Men man in tipo say we nesi. Metu kwampepe suffer me their channel. Why? So that your pastor would now see you in a different way and see your wife in a different way. One frame meeting. Suffer no sunya careful say on frame meeting. Suffer no careful say on frame preaching. But you need to have counseling so you can manage this truth. And for the rest of you who are watching me, if you have a child among your children that doesn't belong to your husband, call me, let me help you announce it. Call me, let me tell you how to say it.
Announcement of him.
Call me. Don't go and say it to a pastor. Don't go and tell a friend. Call me. If one of your children, like somebody called Neat FM radio the last time, counselor, me mbomi di, me mami and Sam ni mi kunu wono. Ba ko nya mi kunu dia. E Sam mi kunu koya ade bi mane ye me ya. Enti mi so me man say me bia mane on radio. Enti mo ye can some say a fake story. No? Call me, let me help you announce it. We are bear man so no wo yirechi. Men ko enko kasa by heart. Fra me. Na me chi okwa abefa so aka chi o yire say me wo ba. E wa regiri. Me wo ba won samwem. Eya o ka chi o yi say wo ba. E wo agbogloshi kaswa nyanya no sa areas na. O makuma ba too much. Enti won so ba wo yi echi a ko wo UK, ko wo Canada, ko wo US. Meti e mo ba o Georgia. They be am yiri bisa na se. Akola ne ho te sen. Yes. Some women can be wicked. That's how you see it. But if you go to the woman's side, she was not acting wicked. She was acting to solve a problem, to compensate a kind man. I'm telling you. I will not blame the girl. And I won't blame the man. And I won't blame the cousin. Maybe they had a word. Adwa mi nibi. Mesrao mi jani. Men come to be a seminar me nimo. Mesrao. We've done some before, but the child didn't survive. So we are compensating the woman forever. Even though she's married and staying with the husband. She hid the child from us. Didn't tell anybody we are the father of the child. But the child didn't survive. So till today, she's eating from that investment. She's collecting ex gratia, even though she's married. We all go through a lot in life. But I'm saying that this young man should find a space to forgive the wife. And if he counts for counsel, I'm not going to force him to choose me as his counselor. But he should go for a professional counsel where they will explain to him, say, this girl didn't come for marriage, but you loved her so much. And that is why she accepted you as a husband. She needed a place to put her head. She needed a place to belong. She needed a place to give the child a father. There was an agreement between their father and there was nothing around that can be proven. She took a decision in a haste. And today, everybody is going to blame her. No, I won't blame her. I will not blame her. I will apologize on her behalf. She's sorry. And she's compensating you with travel. Young man, take the opportunity and travel. Don't be wicked to her. And through counseling, we'll be able to knit the children together and let them know they are stepchildren. However, mommy is a nice person. Daddy is a nice person. It was a situation that brought them this far. And when I finish with you, I will ask you if you want to marry again. And you marry a woman again, not a man. Abna, this will be my solution for the young man.
I hope so. Me sure so because June, July, they say what here. I think you need the call. Name facha na go seek for help, professional counseling. Na Barbara.
Well, Nick say, even if the man moves on, do you think he can ever fully love or trust any woman again after that? Yes. If this guy goes through the counseling professionally and is exposed to the other side, thinking outside the box, he will see the lights at the end of the tunnel, even in the pain. So I know it can work. God says, live with us. I said, God says, live with us with understanding. Yes, that is why we are living with you with understanding. No woman can understand a man, but every man who is a husband must learn to understand understand a wife. And tomorrow, our morning's discussion, if you want to be understood by a husband, there is nothing you are supposed to do. It is the duty of the man to understand you. Tomorrow's topic, things you do to destroy your own marriage. We'll go there tomorrow. Nikki, thank you so much. Fancy D says, how is the man coping with his wife knowing that she has proud knowledge of what the children, of who the children belong to? Unfortunately, Fancy D, the woman is not privy to the fact that the document hidden, the husband have seen it. And the husband just did the photocopy and didn't take the document away. Hey, some women can be wicked, can be, but are not. My final point is that if you cannot be a shredding machine and you want to live a life of a bean basket, know how documents are kept well. Know how you keep documents. Because if the husband didn't find a document, the story will be that there's a DNA of a child that is not mine, but I don't know the father. I don't know the father. But knowing the father and coming to know that the father of the last child is the father of the first child is a bomb to a man. We will help him. I repeat, if you are watching me today and you know you have a hidden child with your husband, call me 0277 609 644. And for you who cannot have a child because your menstrual cycle is basa basa, buy MSP 30 now. Menopause, buy MSP 30 now. Irregular menstruation, buy MSP 30. Buy now. Call me on 0277 609 and get your own. And for the men, you need to be strong, not only for sexuality, but for your postures and for your well-being. All you need is Tonga Tali capsules. Tonga Tali capsules. Tonga Tali. 0277 609 644. And for those of you in Atlanta, Georgia, those of you in North Carolina, all of you from Clarice and Fancy D and the rest of you, all I want you to know is this. All you need to know is to call 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. And we will supply you with Makwe ginger honey chips. But those of you in Ghana who are eyeing this particular design, stop, because it is only out of Ghana. But in Ghana, you can get 0277 609 644. 0277 609 644. If you have any daddy's assurance, daddy needs assurance in your bag, and you don't know how to present it, call Counselor Lutrot on 0277 609 644. My greetings to all of you who came to support us. Once again, a happy belated birthday. The month of May is for Clarice. Now, Doku. Clarice, the only certified side chick. Happy belated birthday to you. I pray for God's grace and power over your life. Amen. Keep on supporting Counselor Lutrot. And Abra, thank you for coming through for me. Tomorrow morning is another day. I'm going to look for what to eat. Say time name Mohammed. Nikki says, hey, some women can be wicked. Not that some women are wicked. Can be. Don't be one of them. But when you make a mistake, seek for help. Don't die in a dying relationship. Once again, you can follow me on TikTok. Counselor.Lutrot is one. And we have another one called Counselor_Lutrot. If I could have finished the .Lutrot, we could have still be alive until they bring the other one. But we'll build both together. So if you see Counselor Lutrot, it's only one. Nobody again is Counselor Lutrot. If you're watching me right now on Facebook, follow me, Counselor Lutrot, on my like page. Counselor Lutrot on my like page on Facebook. And the same way, if you are also on YouTube, watch me or follow me right now on YouTube, Counselor Lutrot TV. Remember, I am a simple man. I love women. I love human beings.
Okay.
I love money. But the person I love more on earth is God. And after God is my wife. And after my wife is my mother. Good night. Francie D say, happy birthday, Clarice. Francie D, we need to march to the house of Clarice. Now she doesn't stay. She's a big woman, eh? That's what Clarice said, breakthrough. It will come, sir, that one day Clarice will become a mayor in America. The first female Ghanaian mayor in America is going to be Clarice. Mark it. Because she has invested into her life. This girl will become great unless she's afraid, but she will make it. So you are there with her. Hey, Akosha now is also giving Clarice happy birthday. Yeah, this year we didn't do her cake because she's hiding, but we'll eat the cake before the end of May. I will cut cake for Clarice and she will cry like she did the last time. Happy birthday to you, my dear. God bless you for your support. Thank you, Akosha now, for coming through for us. God bless you for your support. As for you, one day when I have money, more than how much I have now, I'll buy you a car. And you will use the number plates. Thank you, CL. Your number plate should be thank you, CL. You know, right? Thank you, CL. So that your children will know that I promised you a car and I bought a car for you. God bless you. Thank you. When you say a prayer, say one for me. Good night. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you again. God bless you. Good night. Bye-bye.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy. Anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy. Anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862.
Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya wona fi yare. Yamfa yare nsu nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy, we are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pocket, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055-000-5077. 055-000-5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support. Yare yo yare yase obi benya wona fi yare yamfa yare nso nya nipa sichire yare ni no sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy, we are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pocket, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055-000-5077. 055-000-5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support. Yare yo yare yase obi benya wona fi yare yamfa yare nso nya nipa sichire yare ni no sickness can determine